Hey, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell icon right now so you never miss an episode. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you will know that my landlord is selling my home and I've lived here for 18 years. And yeah, I know I'm way too young to even say that. But it's, yeah, the truth. And so I have to move, which has been really sad and upsetting for me. And it's been very unsettling as I had nowhere to go to and I was potentially going to be homeless. Now, in the UK, there's something called the council and council housing. And so people automatically assume that you can just kind of get a council housing place in this situation. But the UK is kind of in a housing crisis, especially in my city, where they've got like over 1,700 people in my city alone waiting for a one-bedroom place, and they haven't got enough housing. They haven't even got enough to house 10 people, let alone all that many people. So that was kind of out the question. But I did have to speak to the council and get a caseworker because obviously potentially I was going to be made homeless. Now, I searched a long time to find a suitable property for me and had a few viewings before I was actually accepted for one finally before Christmas, and I put a holding deposit down on it. The reason I believe I was accepted for this particular flat more than the other flats is it's specifically exactly the price I can afford. It's like the maximum amount I can afford. But also, more importantly, I got on really well with the letting agency person who showed me around the property, the flat. It's actually a masonette, so it's two floors it's got on it. So it's really, really nice. And I got on really well with the woman, and they're an independent letting agency. So they're different to the bigger companies, which gives them more flexibility. And therefore, because I'm currently on disability benefits, it's very hard to get a place to rent because a lot of people won't take you on with disability benefits. I luckily had some savings and I had enough to put a deposit down for the flat and for 6 months rent up front. So what happened before Christmas is I put a holding deposit down that holds the flat while a thing called referencing is being done. Now, referencing might sound really simple because it might sound like, oh, you just get a reference, but that's not the case these days. I had an amazing reference from my landlord because I've been an exemplary tenant here for years. And he gave me a really brilliant reference, and they got that. But that's not enough because there's money laundering regulations that are in the UK, and they have to make sure they go through certain processes and procedures in order to like make sure the person isn't doing fraud or anything like that. So it's not as simple as just getting a reference, which they got early on. They had to have more than that. So it means going into your bank account details, benefits details, all that type of thing. So, that's basically what you have to do. And so you're quite exposed in that way. But I'm really, really happy to say that today I got contacted by the letting agency to say that my references have come back satisfactory and now I can have the flat. And so therefore I paid the rest of the deposit and 6 months upfront rent, and get the keys on Monday to move in. So this is such a huge relief for me because I was like spending up to 14 hours a day looking for a suitable property. I looked outside of my city. I looked in, I'm in Exeter in the UK, but I looked at Plymouth and Torquay, London, Bradford. And like one of my best friends is like, why do you want to move to Bradford? It's got one of the highest crime rates there. And I looked at a lot of different places, a ton of options because it's really, really difficult, like I said. But I am the type of person that's very determined to do something no matter what and succeed, right? The woman from the council, my caseworker, said you're not going to get something suitable for all your needs, so you're going to have to basically settle. Like, I don't believe in settling in life. I don't believe having that mindset. I'm not saying you never have to settle, but I'm saying it's better to have the mindset of not settling and doing your best to find the best for you. And I believe if you're determined enough and you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into something, it will pay off in the end. It will, but you have to be very patient. So I wasn't streaming on this channel very much because I was literally so tired from trying to find a property. And so I was really happy when I found this one extra. Like, it does match all my main needs. It is, however, very small. and therefore it's on 2 floors though, but it's a lot less space than in my current place here. So this means I have to downsize my content considerably, but it also means that I get into my creative flair mode and try and find some furniture that's very slimline to fit in there. So basically downstairs there's like a where you go through the door, there's just like a few hooks behind the door, and then you go into the lounge area, and all this in the lounge area currently is 2 shelves because it's unfurnished, but there's white goods as well. So there is a cooker, but that's rusty apparently. Fridge, freezer, washer, dryer, and there's a breakfast bar with a couple of chairs. So it's nice to have a breakfast bar. And then upstairs there's literally a room with like to put a bed in. There's no bed in there. I've got my own bed anyway, and there's just some shelving going around it, open shelving. There's not even a wardrobe in there. So it's kind of like your clothes are going to get dusty, and also it's just like you're in a walk-in wardrobe, but your bed's shoved in the middle of it. And then to the left, there's like a shower, then a toilet cubicle, and then a hand basin. So it's very, very small, but it's really cozy, really, really nice. And I am glad I found the place. Because they are more flexible as well to me, I'm more flexible to them because there is some damage currently to the property, as in it's very kind of like not loads, but for example, in the toilet, one of the windows doesn't open because the latch is actually broken and they're not intending to fix it. And it's the windows they can't do anything with because they're listed building. So they can't like do double glazing or anything like that in there. So there's things that I having to kind of put up with in that respect for the sake of moving there. But it is really, really nice location. It is a beautiful place. It's got a gorgeous view over Exeter. It's really like, as they say, in the heart of the city. So I can literally like walk up 3 minutes walk to a Sainsbury's and I'm there in the city. You know what I mean? It's just like I've never lived in the city like that before. And literally the nightclubs are just like up the road. And so well, up the road, turn left, and then turn right, and then up the road, and then turn right, and then right again. So, you know, they're basically like really, really super close. And or I think you can go up the road and turn right and bend around the corner and they're there. So I just think it's going to be amazing. I will be able to live my high octane, energetic, clubby life there. It'll be really interesting to go out clubbing more. I think I can be more of my 21-year-old self, mindset self and soul self and live like a teenager more. And it'll be really, really good for me. You know, I've been very kind of scared and worried about it for a while, but when I put the holding deposit down, and the more I've been thinking about it, the more I've been considering different storage solutions, the more I feel really excited and comfortable to move there. And I'm really looking forward to it now because I think it'll be a new beginning. I do have to get rid of quite a few of my belongings, but I have been looking around furniture. So I'm going to be buying some new furniture. I'm going to be getting slimline stuff, but I don't know how much I can actually fit in there. I've got to take some of the shelving down just to be able to put some units in there. And so there's going to be a crossover between the time I'm here and the time I'm in the new place, at least 2 weeks crossover, so that I'm going to be able to like move my stuff. Because first of all, on Monday when I get the keys, got to take a meter reading because have all bills included here apart from council tax. So I'm going to have the meter read and have electricity and water rates there, which is going to be annoying, but you've got to put up with it. And in UK, prices are drastically high for energy costs because it's going to be a lot more expensive me living there. It's really going to push my budget to the limit, really. But I should still be able to go out a bit. Um, but you know, there's huge benefits, and obviously it's much better than being homeless. And it's a really nice place. I think I'm going to be very safe and secure there. There's like an intercom system, and I'm going to be on the very top floor. So I'm like in the attic room for my bedroom. Look at the stars. And I just think it's going to be really, really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I wasn't before, but I am now. I'm really got into thinking, God, this is just going to be so amazing for you. So it's going to be like a new life and new beginnings. It'll be good to declutter your home and get rid of stuff that you don't need, and it has to happen. So it's good for you, and you'll literally be living much more like a student type of life, you know, which is what I like. Really, I really like talking about young stuff, doing young things, being young. I just don't relate to my birth certificate age at all. I'm just got nothing in common with people in my birth certificate age usually, and I just really not interested in that at all. You know, I'm really, really young, and like my whole soul's young. I don't believe a piece of paper dictates my age, you know. Yes, legally it dictates it, but other than that, I'm not interested in it. And I just, really looking forward to being my young self. more of my young self. So I'm really, really like happy about it now. And I am looking forward to it. I'm really excited. And it really is going to be new beginnings. I'm hoping that it will help me because I'm going to try and have an office downstairs where the two shelves are. Remove the shelving and then have my office down there. And I think separating my office from my bedroom is going to be very effective for me and hopefully enable me to be more productive in my working areas, such as book publishing business. I really want to focus on that a lot more. And when I move, I'll be majorly focused on finishing the Asexual Guide to Sex book and publishing it for the first half of the year. I believe it will take me up to 6 months to publish it and promote it, because that includes the promotion as well. Because with the publishing, I've still got like a final little tiny bit to write. And then I've got my bit to like re-go over, some editing, some bits I want to take out that I don't think are needed in there. I need to shape it up a bit and then do all the chapters and everything. And then obviously all the cycle of the process of like, finding someone to do the print version of the book. The what I'm saying by the print version is to do the cover for me and to do the actual pagination and chapters and stuff like that, the layout, the typesetting it's called. But I've got, because it's Asexual Guide to Sex, it's a huge book. It's a very amazing book, and I need to try and get into bookstores as well. So, from my point of view on this channel, Asexualise My Asexual Life, you're gonna obviously see less of me streaming whilst I'm going to be moving because I need to pack, I need to build furniture. Because when we go in there Monday, I've got one of my best friends that's coming, going to take a meter reading, and then we're literally going to clean the whole place because the guy is only moving out on the Sunday evening and dropping the keys back to the letting agency, and then in the Monday morning, I'm at 10 a.m. I'm getting the keys, so he's not really going to be cleaning very much at all. And so me and my best friend, one of my best friends, Andy, we're going to be cleaning. He's going to meet me, and we're going to be cleaning all the place because it's easier to clean when it's empty. And then I'm going to be trying to check the shelves down with him to create more space and then being measure for all the different furniture that hopefully I can fit in there. Then I've got to find all the slimline furniture that's going to fit in there. Then I've got to buy it, get it to the property, get it delivered, or however I need to get it to the property. Like, I don't know if I pay for delivery, but I don't really want to be in all day sat there waiting when there's nothing there. There's no other content in there at the moment. There's nothing, like, I can't be like making food and stuff because there's no food in there and stuff at the moment. You know what I mean? And all my belongings are currently here. So my point is, somehow I've got to get the furniture in there ASAP, got to assemble it, which will take time to put it all up. And only then, when I've seen how much storage I've got, do I know here what I need to get rid of and what I need to keep and then take over with me and put in the storage units. So it all has to be done very systematically and organized. So on this channel, you can expect it to be quieter from me, like for a couple of weeks in terms of like, I won't be able to live stream as much. And also when I do move and get the internet sorted out, there's going to be a break between the internet here and the internet there while it's set up. So I won't be able to live stream because of that as well. So you are going to see some break in transmission, if you like, when I move for a short period of time. And hopefully it's a short period of time. I'll have to let you know what's happening with that as much as possible. But from Asexualise My Asexual Life channel, I want to grow this channel. I want to continue to do really good videos for you. I want to talk more about dating and relationships. I think that's quite essential for asexuals who are interested in having a relationship. And also even just friendships, improving your friendships, improving confidence is really important. I really help asexuals on this channel with love, life, confidence, dating, relationships, friendships. That's kind of the main topics I cover, and I want to expand on that. And, obviously it's going to be a journey of discovery when I do the Asexual Guide to Sex book. It's going to be like very interesting for me and for you, I think, what's going to happen with that, because it's going to mean that I have to get out of my comfort zone to publicize that, but a lot. And so there's going to be a lot of barriers that I'm going to be breaking through in 2023. One of them obviously is moving to a new place. It'll be the only place I've ever moved, second place I've ever moved to on my own, because when I moved out of my parents' home when I was 19, I literally went straight at that point to live with a boyfriend. So when I came here, it's the first time I've ever lived on my own. But I've done really, really well to be 18 years living on my own, paying my own way, taking care of myself, supporting myself. Yeah, I it's a weird saying that because I was like, I don't even feel that age. Do you know what I mean? So like 21, I believe I am because I reprogrammed my mind like that on purpose to be like 21 years old, which I love and adore. So it seems really weird when I say like 18 years. I'm like, I just don't really think about it, but it's like it's a different person or something. But I'm going to be a different person. I'm going to be more my younger self. So before I got the property and kind of before my landlord give me legal notice, I was thinking like I really think and feel in my soul that I should go back to being my younger self even more. Like I should really live into being my younger 21 mindset teenager self, like really live that life more because I think it'll make me happier. I think I'll be less scared to do things. I think it'll get me out of my comfort zone a lot more. I think I'll be bolder and braver than ever before. Because when I was 15, for example, I did work experience in the media. I've done work experience in radio, in newspaper companies. And I really used to have the mindset of like, I have totally fearless. I don't care what people think. And I want to be in the media and I'm born to be in the media. I still believe I'm born to be in the media and meant to be here. But obviously, like, I'm not where I want to be as such in terms of publicity for this channel, and the work I do for asexuals. I don't feel that I do enough currently to get the message out there of what I do. And I mean, the channel's amazing. It's had over, was it 460,000 views now on this channel? So it's not because I'm not doing anything or getting stuff out there, content. I just feel that there's more I can do. And I just feel like I've got to get on loads of podcasts. My goal with the Asexual Guide to Sex book is a really huge goal, is to get on at least 100 podcasts. And that's going to be really difficult, I would have thought. So that's a big task for 2023. Even if I achieve half of that, even if I got 50, I'd be happy. You know what I mean? But I'm setting myself this big goal. And if I achieve it, I achieve it. If I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But if I aim to go towards 100 as much as possible, then anything's going to be a bonus, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be setting myself some big audacious goals. I want to be more of my true authentic self. I want to live my dreams. I really do want to focus more and more on book publishing business. It is difficult in the sense that I still want to grow my Make Money, Make Cash channel because that is still important to me, even though it's not directly for asexuals. I'm known as the asexual entrepreneur on that channel, which is going to help asexuality anyway and raise awareness. But also, I just like being in the entrepreneur space. I've been in it since 2012. I like personal and professional development, which that channel kind of is, and as well as this channel is really as well for asexuals. And I like interviewing people, but the interviews that I do for that channel take a very long time to do, loads of editing time. And so I would really need to work that into my schedule along with book publishing, but I have to make book publishing my main focus. Do you know what I mean? And especially the Asexual Guide to Sex book is very important this year. It's like the year that it's going to be published no matter what. I will not allow myself not to publish it this year. It's going to be done. So even though I've said it for multiple years, I know it's nearly finished now, and I know that I will finish it because I've got, once I move and got things settled, I know I'll have a lot of stuff out the way that was holding me back before. Some stuff I can't talk about, but I'll be free then really to be me, I think, and to really like let rip a lot more and to get into the meat of the stuff. And I just feel like having the office in the new place separate to the bedroom is probably going to be a really good thing because I'm going to be like, oh, right, well, when you go downstairs, you're working now. And hopefully it increased my productivity no end. And I've had a lot of stuff going on last year that was taking up a lot of my time that I couldn't devote to my book. And it just meant it made it very difficult for me. So I'm hoping to get a time schedule sorted out and really knuckle down to doing that more. So you can expect like once I've moved and settled in. So we're looking sort of the end of January, beginning of February, but by mid-February, I should be fully settled in there. Could be sooner, but I'll say mid-February, like the second week in February. So International Celebrate Being Single Days on the 14th of February, same day as Valentine's Day. I was a founder of that in 2015, I believe. And basically it's to celebrate being single so that no single person has to ever feel alone on Valentine's Day. Instead, they can celebrate as their special day. So I usually always do something for the 14th of February. So I should be all moved and settled by then. I should be celebrating being single and enjoying my life. And so I think it's going to be really good for me because I haven't lived in the heart of the city before. and never lived so close to it on my own, and it's just gonna be like I can really live into that 21 mindset, teenager self, and really, really go for things more, and my goals, ambitions, and dreams. I just feel it's gonna be a very good move for me. I wasn't feeling that before, but I am feeling it in my soul now. I'm feeling it in my heart a lot more. I'm really, really feeling good about it. I think it's going to be one of the best moves of my life ever. Because, like some 2 years you feel like, oh, I need to change, I need to change. But you don't really have anything so dramatic to change your life. Maybe you have other things going on in your life, but nothing really to change you yourself. But obviously, when you move to another place, you are going to change yourself to a certain extent because you're going to have new people that, because I gonna have new housemates. I'll live in a flat on my own, but there'll be 3 other flats in the house. And I think they're students as far as I know. So obviously it'll be someone I can relate to really easily. Because really my mindset and my lifestyle is like a student's really. And I've got a couple of online courses I need to do with book publishing, but I know what I'm doing with the Asexual Guide to Sex book pretty much. And so, I just think it's going to be an amazing year 2023. I think it's going to be the best year of my life yet to date. And I really feel that this channel is going to grow this coming year. And it's thanks to you and your support as always. I will be showing more of my asexy side to my character because I will be publishing the Asexual Guide to Sex book. And I have got a really passionate side to me without sex. I have got this sensual side to me that is part of who I am, just as much as the sex repulsion side. And so I will be bringing that side out of me a lot more. I don't want to hold myself back. Yes, a lot of asexuals aren't into kissing like I am. A lot of asexuals don't like being touched. Um, but some asexuals don't mind it. Some asexuals are sex positive. And I do like catering for all the asexuals across the spectrum on this channel. It's really important to me. And so I know there's a lot in store for me this year in 2023, and I wanted to let you know that I do intend to continue to grow this channel, to do live streams on this channel, to do videos on this channel. I intend to get more publicity for asexuality, the Asexual Guide to Sex book. I want to literally make sure that I do keep going towards achieving my mission, which is to get asexuality recognized as a sexual orientation throughout the globe, an official sexual orientation throughout the globe, so no asexual has to live in fear of ridicule ever again. It's very important that I fulfill that mission at all costs in my life, this lifetime. This is what I was sent on planet Earth to do. I totally believe is to literally help asexuals. I believe in reincarnation. I know loads of people don't, but I do. I believe I've been here before. I believe I'm actually a very old soul. But in this lifetime, I've gone backwards and become a lot younger on purpose. And I honestly believe I've been sent in this life to help asexuals in this specific lifetime, and that it's up to me to get asexuality recognized globally as a sexual orientation in its own right, so no asexual has to live in fear of ridicule ever again. I know there are other YouTubers that are doing a lot for their communities who are asexual, who are raising awareness of asexual. I'm quite aware there's tons of other people that are doing. I think that's great. I think the more people, the merrier. I do know, however, my specific mission is to get it recognized in its own right. So this means, like, although asexuality is part of LGBTQIA, it's very important that we get it recognized individually so that people know that there are people that just don't want sex. And these will fall under the asexual category. If they've not got any interest, don't like it, don't want it, no need it. So it's a very big distinction because obviously everyone else in LGBT plus community, apart from asexuals, experiences sexual attraction, and basically usually want sex. So, you know what I mean? That's a big distinction to make. And it needs to be noted that asexuals are different so that heterosexuals can start learning the difference and start realizing there are genuine people out there in the world who don't want sex, don't like it, don't need it. And, you shouldn't just be expecting it or thinking it's going to happen when it's really not if someone doesn't want it to and doesn't like it. So I really want to plug the Asexual Guide to Sex because I really want it to make a difference to everyone's life, people's life. And it is, like, as one person said who I interviewed in it, it is the missing puzzle piece where sexuality is concerned. So it's really important. So yeah, I think you can expect big things from me in 2023. I'll hold myself accountable and we'll see what the journey is and where it takes us in our next chapter of our Asexualise, your asexual life and my asexual life. So I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful in any way. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Share it. And yeah, always when you've subscribed, hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. Take care. Lots of love. Bye to you. Bye.